thanks for joining me once again on the Fool's Journey, a series by the Third Eye of Providence. I appreciate your guys' support so much, and we have finally made it from card number 0, the Fool, all the way to card number 20, Judgment. Beautiful. So, like I said, this is episode 21 of a series, and if you have not gone back, definitely go check out some of the older episodes. You can hit the save button to this playlist and go along at your own speed, or you can hit the subscribe and get a notification for the rest of January when I post a new video every day. All right, let's get into the Judgment card. So this is the Robert Hansen's Tarot. We're doing this one because it can be read with the reversal. Now, I'm also comparing the imagery in this card to the Twin Tarot, which shows the positive light aspect, and we're showing that against the shadow negative aspect. Let's get into the book. We have The Complete Book of Tarot, a comprehensive guide by Anthony Lewis. And I will show you the image in the book for further symbolism comparison. Check it out. So this says, what goes around comes around. Card number 20, Judgment. The astrology with this card is connected to fire element card of Pluto. So it says both the element fire and the dwarf planet Pluto are associated with purging, renewal, and purification. So, of course, the element connected to this is fire, and the myths and the archetypes connected to the Judgment card, of course, talk about the Last Judgment, talks about the Angel of Resurrection, the Avenging Angel, and the phoenix rising from its ashes. This also talks about Persephone being rescued from the underworld and the Tooth Fairy. So, throughout the traditions of the Tarot, going back to 1888, if the Judgment card came out upright in a reading with the Mather's deck, it would speak of renewal, determination of matter, and results. In the reverse, it would speak of postponement of results, a delay, or a matter reopened later. In the Rider-Waite, when you get the Judgment card in the upright, it's going to represent a change of position, a renewal of an outcome. So, in the reverse, it will represent weaknesses, deliberation, decisions, and simplicity. In the Order of the Golden Dawn, when you receive the Judgment card, this reading would represent a final decision, a judgment, or a sentence. Now, of course, when we get the Judgment card upright in a reading, it says that the Judgment card's trumpet awakens you to a new phase of existence. Perhaps you are entering a period of rebirth and transformation that will require you to make an important decision. Having heard the call, are you ready to make the necessary changes and set out on the path of rejuvenation and renewal? Redemption requires the acceptance of responsibility for past behavior and a commitment to do things better next time. When we see this card in the reverse, it's going to represent it's going to suggest that you may not be heeding the call to wake up and change the direction of your life. If you reject this opportunity to become reanimated, you may end up stagnating and feel stuck in a rut. Perhaps your reluctance is due to fear of change, a sense of regret, or feelings of self-recrimination. Ponder this biblical verse. Except a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it abides alone. But if it dies, it brings forth much fruit. All right, so we saw the imagery in the book, the angel, the trumpet, and the people. for the most part, naked here, heeding the call. Now, what I want to say regarding the upright versus the reverse, which is super important, and like you can see in this card, we have the Lady of the Lake. In the upright, she is giving you the sword, right? In the reverse, she's not. So do you see how this can represent not taking the opportunity to renew, not taking this step? Also notice how the weeds have grown over, right? This shows a road less traveled, and that this would represent something having been walked over many times. The other thing I want to point out about her positioning, of course, is that she is in the water, but in this one there's fog, right? So this is something not being clear, this indecision. And of course, we see her eyes fully open, third eye activated as well. And here she is, her eyes are closed. So this is a really good representation of the Judgment card without necessarily showing the angel of purification. But in the traditional tarot, this is what you will see. You will see the angel trumpeting and beckoning the people down here to accept his call. And again, this is talking about the imagery of the Judgment card was all about Pluto, which was this purification, this rejuvenation energy, and a purge even. So we have awakening from slumber, the Judgment energy, a reassessment, someone trying to step into a new life, the final reckoning, a rebirth, renewal, a last chance, being re-energized, forgiveness, entering another phase of existence, and rising from one's ashes, a clean slate. And again, in this position, we're going to see it representing not heeding the call, self-recrimination, regrets, delays, shame, remorse, stagnation, bad karma, condemnation, negative judgment, clinging to your old ways and remaining stuck in the past, or postponing a matter until it's too late. So that's pretty much what we have today for card number 20, Judgment. Thank you guys again so much for joining me in this series, and I believe our next episode is the final card of the Major Arcana. So make sure to tune in and hit the subscribe button so you get the notification tomorrow when the next episode goes up. Thank you guys for checking this out, and love you so much.